Hi everyone, and today we're going to be doing something that is going to be super hard for me because it's gonna have to have character health bars. We're gonna have one here, one about here. I'm going to be doing Marvel vs. Capcom 1 style, so I think there's an extra box somewhere, and then you have like a crazy circle timer like right here. Then you have the text saying new hero on the top left and right. I'm going to be changing that to Comic Sans because they have more of a comic book look. That's it's going to be here and here. I think what I'm going to be doing is mixing the Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2 HUD, or if you want to call it the GUI, because that way it still gets its own unique look. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be drawing Sonic, which he's going to be running. So let's just I think like something like this. His other hand's going to be over here, and then you're going to have Rush over here looking all angry and whatnot, and you're going to have Megaman jumping over here doing some kind of like jump kick thing towards Sonic. I want to keep it towards what his moves actually were in Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2, and so yeah, I think the time is going to be like 30, so maybe the health is going to have to be like cut. The first thing I'm going to do right now really quick is change this to Comic Sans and try to match the color of how it was in Marvel vs. Capcom. And then I'm also going to be doing the timer. I'll do that right now. The way I did this was I looked first at how the actual game had it, and what I did is I put down text. I wrote new hero, changed it to Comic Sans, changed it to Comic Sans, made it smaller, tilted it. Actually, first I broke it apart so I could do the color, and I broke it apart again. My bad. Break apart, tilt, make it a little bit bigger, and then see, this is actually just a color. I think I made it a symbol after so I could do the backdrop, but this is just a gradient that I made, and so then I just did this and I applied the gradient the way I wanted it right onto the letters. Then I made it a symbol, movie clip, and then I did a drop shadow. For this I did the same kind of thing, did radial, then I did time, this and all that. So I basically did the same thing for that. So now what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to do a better sketch of how I want Sonic to look, and then I'm going to move on to Rush, then Megaman. So now we have this really quick sketch of Sonic, and I'm going to want to put this down, put this here, and we want to start drawing Sonic. His ears are going to be right on top of where the points are. I'm doing it on top of it as another layer. That way I don't mess myself up. And I want to get a very... So I'm just going to refine this a few times until I get exactly what I want from it. This is kind of the look I'm going for. Kind of want him down here. And the next thing I'm going to want to do is shading. And I'm going to basically be using, for shading on Flash, I like to do it this way. I like to just actually lower this a bit, and then kind of just draw over the picture in the places I would like the shading. So that's like that. The spikes are going to have its own crazy shading. It's going to be like this. have the same kind of look. Stomach is going to be like that. It's going to be under the arms, onto the legs a bit. So I'm just going to finish up the shading and then I'll show you guys. So when I finished shading, what I did was I made it a movie clip by right clicking and clicking movie clip. Then I went and I added a filter, and the filter was to blur, and I did 5 on that front. So here's how it looks so far with Sonic and kind of the beginning of the health bar. So I'm going to basically use the same kind of strategies before to build the health bar, using gradients and drop shadows and all that good stuff. So now we're actually, since I built basically this whole thing, each one gradients, everything literally gradients except this box, which is the drop shadow, and the names, which are just plain white, but everything else is a gradient. So Sonic is player 1, Mega Man's player 2, Sonic has his backup as Tails, and Mega Man has his backup as Roll. So now that we have that, we know that also we're going to need Tails and Roll's face for the boxes as well. So anyway, before I go into doing that, I just want to see how Mega Man and Rush are gonna look. So I'm actually going to start doing a better sketch of them. So I'm gonna do a better sketch of both of them right now. So this is really shaping up. I forgot to change that to roll. I put in the faces. I fixed a lot of stuff, and I started sketching out Mega Man, and I fixed the Rush sketch as well. So I'm starting to think, since this is taking so long, maybe I should just skip out on doing Rush. I really want to do Rush though, so we'll have to see how it goes and what happens. As you know, probably already, the next step is to fine-tune and to actually draw these guys in. So let's draw Mega Man in first, and then we'll see where we go, and we'll see if we want to do anything else with it. We'll try to decide if we're gonna really want to have Rush in, or if we're just gonna not really tell the difference, you know, not really have a difference if he's in or not. So alright, so I'm just gonna fine-tune it now, and I'll be back as soon as I wrap that up. So I just decided to wrap up and even do the color on Mega Man already. I figured actually that it would probably be best to just do that right away instead of waiting and then having to freak out about doing it later. So I'm just going to, here's Mega Man, here's Sonic. Actually, I didn't blur this on Mega Man, so let's really quickly do that. Get all these in. Movie clip. Go down to filters, blur, and then we get the same kind of look that we have with Sonic. So Mega Man and Sonic now look like they're actually in the same place. There you go. So now Mega Man and Sonic now actually have the same style. So this is awesome right now. Actually, I freaking think this is sweet. These aren't very detailed, the faces in the corners, but honestly I don't think it's gonna matter since we have such a high level of detail here. Next up is actually going to, I want to do the background, but I'm not sure because I don't know if I want Rush or not. It really depends if I'm gonna have Rush. I'm actually gonna move Mega Man up though, because he looks like he needs to be coming in at a higher angle. And then let's move Rush back down. We'll see. I'm gonna try to do the background, and then after that I'm gonna see if I still want Rush. Okay everyone, so this is what I'm going to call the finished product. I'm going to try to export it, and I'm going to try to pixelate it a bit to try to make it look more like it's from the era. If I don't like that, I'm just going to stick with this image, and hopefully it turns out really good. I like it. It's cluttered, I know that, but I definitely do like it though. Also, as you can tell, I decided not to put Rush in, mainly because I did the two badniks and I did Eggman looking from the back, looking forward. I also decided to do an Eggman land stage, which ended up being a very, very long project, and I definitely did not want it to take this long, but overall I'm proud of the result. So now if I do pixelate, I think that's good. I think you can really see how, like, it's really kind of the way I wanted it to be. So this is the finished result. I wanted to make it look like it's in-game shot. So I definitely think it turned out very good, actually. If you guys don't like the pixelation, I have one saved without it, but I really like it, so hopefully you guys do like it. Anyway, I'm still taking requests, so if you have any requests that you would like me to see me tackle, definitely go ahead and post that in the comment section, and I will see you guys next time.